Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Dr. Shivali Pancha Gruer and Dr. Dimitri Gruer, who are here on behalf of OC Vitality. Well, thank you both for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Lisa. It's great to be here.
We're excited to share a little bit about ourselves with the community here.
Yeah, now what we'll do is we'll go through what you do and kind of who you guys are. But first and foremost, how long have you been in the community?
I'm going to let you share that.
So we actually opened our clinic last August of last year. So just about 1 year, we've been right here in Laguna Woods. Previously, we both had different clinics. I was in Newport Beach, and my wife, Dr. Shivali here, was in Claremont. And so we just decided that this was exactly the community that we want. I actually grew up right up the street, and yeah, and so we've been here for about a year.
That is awesome. And you know, how bold of you to do something like this during our whole pandemic thing, because man, you know, a lot of people would have been afraid to do something like that. So more power to you for that.
Definitely an adventure.
Yeah, I bet it was. So obviously you've been doing this for quite some time. Give me a little background on each of you. So Dr. Shivali, what is your background?
So I'm an integrative physician. I focus on East Asian medicine. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and East Asian medicine. And I also do functional medicine as well. So I order lab tests, not the conventional lab tests that you might go into your physician to get, but delve deeper into systems genetically and seeing where there might be some deficiencies and some hangups to get the entire system back in balance. So it's a slightly different approach than what conventional medicine offers.
Okay, and how about you, Dr. Gruer?
Well, I'm also a physician of integrated medicine with a license in acupuncture and a doctorate of acupuncture. And my specialty really focuses on pain management, peripheral neuropathy, and anything to do with the physical body that's really having people in pain and trying to get them out of pain.
Well, yes. Well, that is awesome. And acupuncture is great. I've had it many times. And I do think that it is a great alternative if you are trying to do something like maybe a surgery or something like that. You know, you think you have to do that, but oftentimes you don't. So we'll definitely dive into that at some point in the next couple of interviews that we have with you guys, because I really do like to hear how it's helping people. So let's talk a little bit about the business itself. Now, obviously you both have acupuncture background and integrated medicine. So I'm curious about the integrated medicine. What does that mean?
So that means there's other types of holistic and natural forms of therapy that we offer patients. Acupuncture is one of them, but you know, let's face it, some of us are scared of needles or have needle phobia, even though the acupuncture needle is so much thinner than a hypodermic needle, which we're used to getting a blood jar or something like that. But, you know, different cases, for example, if someone has a hyperadrenal system and they have sweaty palms and they might have needle stick phobia, we want to still offer some type of therapy that will help them get out of pain, will help correct the autoimmune deficiency if there's an autoimmune condition, and just bring more balance into the system. So we offer ATP resonance therapy, which is a microcurrent therapy. There are a lot of different frequencies that target different tissue, target different cells, target different neurotransmitters as well to induce a similar effect. We also have electron therapy. We have different circuits within our body that have more ATP, more energy, more mitochondria. So say someone's tired all the time and they wake up just feeling unrested, even though they get 9-10 hours of sleep. We need to boost their mitochondria. So we have therapies that help do that. We also use light therapy, and we have 9 different light therapies. It's not just red light, which I think a lot of us are used to, but you know, for hair loss, for example, we might use a combination of blue light and red light, or you know, just depending on what's happening with the system. So there are a few different modalities we use in the office to help reach optimal wellness.
That is great. That is awesome that you have so much to offer people. And then, so Dr. Gruer, tell me a little bit about your optimal vitality philosophies. Tell me what that's about.
All right. Well, so the premise of the 5 keys to optimal vitality that we came up with is that everybody's body can heal innately. Like we are programmed from birth that if something happens to us, our body knows how to heal itself. But for some reason, as we get a little bit older, or not even necessarily older, but sometimes there's a glitch in the system that doesn't allow for proper healing. So we came up with these 5 keys that basically show why the body might not get better if they're out of balance.
Okay, so let's start. Neuroplasticity. Just give me a brief, just a kind of a brief description of what that is.
Oh, okay. She asked. Okay, I'll cover that. So yeah, we do have these 5 keys that we feel like if we can unlock these keys, we have optimal vitality. The first one we really focus on is neuroplasticity. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Dr. Daniel Amen, but he is huge in research regarding mental health and the healthy aging brain and how we can slow down the aging process. And neuroplasticity is a concept that tells us that our brain is so adaptable. It's just a receiver. And so sometimes we have patterns that we do day in and day out. Anything we do daily becomes our ritual, and our rituals are what usually bring in disharmony in the body. So we can unlearn those patterns and relearn how to healthily facilitate blood flow, for example, or healthily even eradicate pain, so we work on the brain. The brain controls everything, and what we offer in the office helps reset the nervous system.
So leading that into the next thing that you have here is restorative sleep and mental cognition. So I'm assuming that is sort of an extension of what you just mentioned, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So all these keys are interconnected as the body is interconnected, and everything affects something else. So having proper sleep, and having a positive mindset and having your mind working correctly is really one of the main keys that helps somebody heal. So when we are sleeping, that's really when the body has a chance to recover. And if those processes aren't working correctly, then it is a little bit more difficult for someone to reach that optimal vitality and feel good each and every day, to be out of pain, to have more energy, and just to feel better, because that's what everyone's looking to do, is just feel as good as they can each and every day.
Well, and without taking medications and sleep aids and all these other types of things that seem to be so prevalent out there. Now, let's talk about vascular flow. Now, obviously, cardiovascular function is heart related, and how do you help the heart?
So cardiovascular flow is definitely heart related, but it's also lung related. It's everything related in our chest. We have our exchange of oxygen, which feeds our tissue, but it also feeds into our heart system too, to get some healthy blood flow. And systemically, that blood flow goes through our veins, goes to different parts of our body. So if we look at conditions like peripheral neuropathy, for example, all our vital organs are contained mostly in our trunk here. And so that's what our brain's going to spend the most time and most energy trying to take care of. And if there is some type of dysfunction, say a kidney disease or liver dysfunction or cardiovascular dysfunction, then the brain's not going to send as much, or it's not going to signal the heart to send all of that information down to our extremities, our fingers and toes, because it's not as much of a priority. But then that can lead to the numbness and the tingling and loss of sensation. And we need to drive. We need to step on that gas pedal to be able to get places. We want to have confidence getting somewhere. So we help restore and heal those nerves that conduct throughout the entire body.
That's awesome. That's great. And then one last thing on here is the 5th one, enhanced nutrition absorption. And it's so funny that I happen to be talking to you about all of this, because I just had some things happen to me that I need all these things.
We will happily take care of you, Lisa.
So, I mean, I'm looking at the nutrition absorption, because our bodies don't generally absorb certain things unless maybe you have something to aid them. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things we have in this office is, we're not necessarily what we eat, we are what we absorb. So even if you're taking a bunch of supplements, if you're eating healthy, if your digestion system is not working optimally, then sometimes it just doesn't matter. So that's one thing we really like to focus on. And in our medicine, healing the gut and the digestive system is just so key to really getting everything else started. So that's one of the things we actually focus on first for most people, depending upon what they're coming in for. And it just affects every other part of the body. And so one of the therapies that we do offer, in addition to everything that we mentioned previously, is both we offer access to clinical nutraceuticals that are physician quality, as well as dietary guidance that is more personalized for each and every person, because what's healthy for one person isn't necessarily healthy for everybody. So we would like to focus on what's working for that individual. What do they actually like? Because we don't want to cut out too much stuff, because we want you to have fun and enjoy life. But it is important. If there is an issue, we need to correct it. And that's just one of the many tools that we have.
That is great. And I'm really glad you were able to spend some time with us and give us an overview of who you are and what you can do. But as I mentioned, as time goes on, we definitely want to kind of dive into some of these other treatments, because I think that, you know, we could spend some time just on acupuncture, spend time just on the lasers, or there's lots of different things that we can do. And I want to open up some of those details. But in any case, tell me a little bit about how people get in touch with you.
We're actually located right next to the community center, over by the Jersey Mike's and the Happy Nails. So we're very conveniently located. But the best way to reach us is give us a call at 949-215-1957, or visit our website at www.ocvitality.com. And even on that website, you can live chat with us, or you can send us an email or a message, and we'd be happy to at least get you in for a consult and see how we can help you. Just get back to living, get back to feeling the best that you can.
Let's restore those golden years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, really. Restore the golden years, or any years for that matter.
That's right. We help every decade, actually. So each decade comes with its challenges and its perks. So we help facilitate all of that.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you spending the time with me.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate it.
And we'll be right back after this.